What's going on? Hello, hello, hello. It's your boys. We back, we back, we back. Like we say, what we always say when we get back.
I don't know, but
I don't know. We bite like a bad habit, man.
all
Yeah.
right.
So yeah, remember that bite. Remember you said you gave me props. You remember you gave me props for the thing. I said we bite like a bad habit. Then I said we bite like a spinal cord too.
That one.
You see
Okay.
what I'm saying?
I remember
Yeah.
that one. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so we
Uh-huh.
bite. So we bite like either a bad habit or a spinal cord. So I know some of y'all might have to think, what in the world? What is he saying? You'll think about it later on how it makes sense. I'm telling you that it really does make sense. And well, anyway, we back. Thank y'all for welcoming us back. And boy, look, I gotta say, man, it hot like a pot of grits, boy. It been kind of hot like a pot of grits the last couple of weeks. I'm talking about like on a
Outside?
scale, not like
Oh.
outside, but I'm talking about metaphorically speaking.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
Yeah, metaphor. You literal, man. You too literal,
Mhm.
man. You be like literal. Yeah. It's boiling like a pot of grits right now, boy. It's
What's
something
going
popping
on?
everywhere, man.
What's going on?
Okay, so besides what we gonna talk about today,
Mhm.
man, you got the ceasefire or whatever that's going
Oh
on,
well.
whatever that's supposed to be. I don't know if the Strait of Hormuz. When I think of Hormuz, I think of like the Hormel chili. You ever heard of Hormel chili in the little can?
Uh-huh.
I think of Hormel. Like we don't know if it's open or closed. Have you heard? Like I don't
Right.
know.
It always. I don't even pay attention no more. I don't be.
It started
I ain't gonna
changing
lie,
so much.
man.
Yeah, it started
Yeah.
changing so much to it's like, is it open or closed? I don't know. Then they say they escorting people through like a prom, boy. I'm like, man,
Mhm.
what the world? They escorting ships through? What kind of business is this? Like, I don't know what's going on with that, man. Like, I'm kind of like you. I'm like, when I see somebody bomb and drop or something, I might start paying
Right.
attention
Yeah.
again.
It looked like it's clearing up. That's why I'm like, okay.
Man, I don't
So
know what's going on,
I
man.
don't know.
And then, oh boy, we are not alone, face dudes. Boy, around here dropping
Oh yeah.
UFO files and stuff. Man. Take me to your leader, people. I'm like, man, what? No, I'm like, man, here they go.
Mhm.
Then they said, hey, this is all this free content for y'all. This little first part. They said that it was like 3 or 4 foot tall people in the '60s. Somebody saw 3 or 3 or 4 foot tall people, man, like getting out like a little ship. They say the ship was real glossy and shiny,
Mhm.
and they say I don't know what they were. They must have been ducked off somewhere looking at these 3 or 4 foot tall people. They say like the people came out the little ship, right?
Mhm.
And then they said they was just walking. They had on little spacesuit, but they were like 3, 4 foot tall, boy. And then man, they said they seen all kind of little spherical shapes all in the sky doing all kind of things, man. And then I don't
Mhm.
know, man. Like, and then the way that the current administration tried to frame it, like everybody was just waiting on these UFO files to drop.
Mhm.
Dog, I ain't heard of one like this is me. You tell me. I
Yeah.
ain't heard of one person like on the streets and nothing like, hey boy, y'all see them UFO files? You see what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Like, oh man, nobody don't really. What you? I mean, do you have a
I
different
heard
experience?
nobody mention it to me at all.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I
Yes.
don't know, man. Nobody really don't care nothing about those UFO files, man. And
Mhm.
then so they had that. They tried to drop down out there. Then it was like they said, Well, I don't know, man. Like people been talking about the gas prices and stuff. Like making
Hmm.
me. Hey, I saw somebody said that the mailman don't even deliver their mail no more. He just call them on the phone and read their bills to them, boy. Hey, boy,
It's getting crazy.
that thing taking everybody out, boy.
Hmm.
I ain't gonna lie though. It was when I saw it today, it was down like somewhere, somewhere. I ain't gonna tell
It's
y'all
on the
while I
floor.
drive. Y'all might try to pull up. Y'all might try to run down on me. I ain't gonna tell y'all where I be. But where I was, it was like 3.99, so it went under four.
Hmm.
Like I ain't see it under four in shoot since the thing started. So I don't know, man. I hope all that's getting settled down, man. Because I know y'all out there, y'all tired of going to the gas pump. Y'all got like a 5 gallon car, boy. That thing costs like $40, $50 to fill up a 5 gallon. Ain't no such thing, but I don't know. It might be some five like them little Priuses.
Yeah, they be small
Them
cars. I
things
don't
small.
know.
Them might be like eight.
Yeah,
They might hold 8 gallons.
little box cars. I
Yeah,
don't know.
them cars. They be looking like them cars that them clowns be getting out of in them movies.
Hmm.
Boy, about 15, 20 clowns they come out. You be thinking they be over, but they still be coming out, boy. I don't know, man. So it's kind of popping though, boy. A little bit since the last 2, 3 weeks, man. A lot has accumulated in that time frame. And then, it's like a little, this not on a so serious tip. Then check this out. Then we finally
Hmm.
got we got the matchup people want to see, I think.
Oh, you talking about basketball?
Hmm
Oh yeah, I want to. Yeah,
I
Spurs and the
think we
Thunder.
got
Yeah,
what people want to see because in the
yeah.
regular season, in case y'all ain't know, we are very real, well-rounded young black man, but we could talk about a lot of different stuff. So, like in the regular season, the Spurs, I think they won the series against OKC like 4-1, 3-1, something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that.
Yeah, they got them, and they beat
Hmm.
them by pretty decent margins. Like it wasn't blowouts or nothing, but they kind of made you like, oh, okay.
Right. Yeah.
And so now but that playoffs a different animal. Like
Oh yeah.
you
Oh
could
yeah.
throw regular
Hmm.
season stuff out in the playoffs, boy, because it's just a different level.
Right. So yeah, it should be a good series, man.
Yeah, what's your prediction? Don't try to duck. What you say? Who you got? We got you recorded right now.
I don't know, man.
If everybody stay healthy, whatever. So just
Ah, I really do think the Spurs can beat them. Um, I'm gonna go with the Spurs, man. I don't like the Thunder.
you going Spurs? Yeah, I don't like the Thunder either, man. Like I kind of feel like they turn into the Kansas City Chiefs, boy. Well, like they get all the calls and everything.
Yeah, they
Like,
got they
man, what's
got the
going
players. They
on?
got they deep. They got a deep team.
That's what I'm saying.
So
Yeah, but they match up. The Spurs match up good though,
yeah, they
cause they
do.
got they
Yeah,
got the length. They got the wing
they got the
defenders. They got the
youth.
big man. They
Yeah.
all young.
Hmm.
They athletic. They can play defense. Like they got a bunch of versatile players that can do a lot of stuff, and they got a good bench too. They got
Right.
Harper
Yeah.
coming off the bench. I saw last night they had Vassell coming off the bench. No, Johnson, I think.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. 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 I forgot his name. Keldon Johnson.
they
Yeah.
got good players coming off the
Yeah.
bench, man. Just like OKC do. Like it's a very even matchup, really, man. So
It's gonna be a good series.
I think that's be 1-1. It's gonna be
That's gonna be the winner of the whole
yeah, that's the
thing. You know.
finals.
Yeah.
I think
Right.
that's the finals right there. So all right, enough. Oh, one last thing too. Then on that same note in basketball, hey, our boy, like, I gotta say I like him now.
Who?
I gotta say I like him now. Remember I told you when I texted you about your boy Brooks.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
like him now, man. At first, I was like, man,
Oh
this
yeah.
dude, man, he always gotta say something, man. Like, what does he do? And then that boy showed up, Dylan Brooks. That boy showed up at the Lakers game, game
Hmm.
4. The Lakers playing OKC. That boy was right there on the base. No, that wasn't the baseline. I was like, yeah, that
Front.
was the
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
them first seats right there behind the basket.
Hmm.
That boy was just sitting there smiling. LeBron was shooting free throws. If you don't know, him and LeBron be going at it. And that
Hmm.
boy, hey, he be getting under LeBron's skin. You got
Yeah,
you
he
gotta
do.
you gotta you gotta admit it, cause LeBron be kind of out of his game sometimes when he be
Hmm.
messing with him, boy. And at first I was like, man, this little guy here. But then I was like, okay. It just got funny to me. It ended up getting funny to me. I said,
Yeah,
that
that's a
dude,
that's a meme now. He done.
yeah.
Yeah.
That boy sitting there, LeBron. Oh, did he make the free throws? Because I didn't see the
I
actual
don't know.
game.
Yeah, yeah. I ain't
I
see
don't
it till
remember.
after. Yeah, I ain't see it till the game was over.
Yeah. But knowing LeBron, he probably missed the free throw.
Yeah, he do be. Yeah,
He
he
like a
never.
1-for-2 master. Like it always 1-for-2.
Mhm.
Yeah, that boy be clunking in the free throws sometimes. But anyway, it's enough of that. That's like a little side. That's like a little sidebar chatter right there. So we getting ready to jump into the topic, and I know y'all see what we go talk about today. But it's the other thing that we ain't mentioned just now, man. These people, it's like, yeah, I know you heard of DMX, right?
Yeah.
Well, back in the day, that he had a song. You ever listen to his music? Oh, okay.
Dude, old.
You saw how I tried to ask you. You don't listen to
Mm.
DMX, man?
That's before me, man. When he
You're
came
right.
out
That's
there.
facts. Yeah, he was like
Yeah.
back in the '90s. Like
Mhm.
when I used to listen to him on one of his albums, he had a song. The song was called "Here We Go Again." I think the name was. That's what I
Oh, okay.
thought about when they started talking about this
Right.
new
Right. Yeah. Mhm.
Hantavirus or something. Somebody pronounced it like Hunter or something. Like here they go.
Yeah, I ain't gonna
They
lie.
always trying to say it a different way. It's Hunter. I don't care what nobody say. They always trying to say it like in a way like, oh,
To make it
it's
that.
Hunter. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, imagine Hunter. So anyway, back to before you interrupted me. So the man made a
uh-huh.
song. The song was called "Here We Go Again," and like the little chorus go, "Here we go again."
Mhm.
Same old thing. It's just a different date. That's the PG version.
Mhm.
We're not telling you to go look it up. That's the PG version. If you do go look it up, go look up the radio version so you can edit out all the foul language. We do not endorse foul language on the Rocket Chair Chronicles podcast. Okay,
Mhm.
but on that note, before we actually jump into it and have just a little discussion about it, y'all know the play. If y'all got any inquiries or anything, send them to us, Rockin' Chair Chronicles 904 at gmail.com.
Rock and Check Chronicles 904 at gmail.com.
You see it right there. The email is right there. Send us all your nasty emails from your burner email accounts. We don't care. We answering everything. And also like and subscribe to the channel, man. Support us, man. Pass it around. I think what we do on here, like we just, we like to keep it light for the most part, and we kind of keep it laid back, of course, as you see, and we just kind of
Mhm.
discuss these things that's going on. That's all we do. So like, subscribe, share it around to all you people. Like we always say, share it around to your enemies. If you don't like us, give it to your enemies so you can feel like you're giving them something that's bad. See, there you go. That's how you do that right there. So if you like it, share it around. If you don't like it, share it to people that you don't like. So you can feel like you're giving them a lump of coal as a gift or something like that. So we go. That's how we gonna say that. So anyway, man, this Hantavirus thing, man. So man, these people done said, here we go. It's like, here we go, man. They done said somebody done caught this thing. And you want to know what's funny about it? It's funny because it look like every time these little things come, like these little viruses, like these little illnesses that go around, it always got something to do with like some kind of different country. Somebody over there messing around with stuff they ain't supposed to mess around with, and then they get on and just start traveling everywhere. Like, man, what is you doing? You see what I'm saying? That's like they start getting on cruise
Mhm.
ships and
Cause them folks tell them to go spread it. That's what be going on.
all right,
I'm
now
just
you
playing.
know. Cause you know I'm about to ask you who is them folks now, right? Yeah.
I don't
Hey,
know.
but you know what though? That's kind of part of what we do. Like we speculate somewhat,
Mhm.
but our speculation is not just completely whacked out. It's like informed by previous events. So probably by the time we get through this, you gonna see us reference that other little thing that they did in 2020. What the name of the thing was called in
Somebody 2020
2020? Yeah,
COVID.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, the Rona.
Mhm.
The Rona TM trademark. I trademarked that. So if you use the Rona, you put money in my pocket. If I see you, I'm gonna sue you. Nah, I ain't do that for real. I was just playing. But like here we go again. It's like so this. So first of all, the Hantavirus. That's how I'm gonna just go pronounce the Hanta. So I find out it was like something that has been around for a little while.
Mhm.
Like it's been around for a little while. I think it was first reported in '93. So really, that's not a long time in the grand scheme of time. but it's not 2026 new. Cause I ain't gonna lie, when I first saw it, this new time, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
what dog? Like, what kind of creation is this?
Yeah, I never heard of it. I'm like, okay.
I ain't never heard of it. It was the same thing with coronavirus too. I think
Yeah, 'cause I think it was around, but something like that.
it was the particular
Yeah,
strand or
or the
something.
family of some come from the
Yeah,
family of a virus.
like how stuff
Yeah,
morphs and stuff. And I think that's what happened with
and
2020.
mutates over time and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that little
Possibly.
lab where they were around there making it,
Yeah,
that new
they
particular
was really
strand,
messing
yeah.
with it. Yeah.
With that boy Fauci over there doing all that
Hmm.
funding
I wonder what he
the
doing now.
gate, walking free.
Yeah, but I wonder what he doing.
Man, that man probably got a cigar or something somewhere.
Right,
He probably
he got
watching
paid
this.
out. Yeah.
He probably watching
Hmm.
this right now. Anthony Fauci, if you watching this, boy, I'm banning you from the state of Florida. You cannot come to the state of Florida. You most definitely cannot come to Duval County,
Right.
Florida, boy. Because people looking for you, boy. I'm just letting you know that right now. People looking for you. You come down here with that foolishness, boy. You taking a gamble. Anthony Fauci, you should not be walking free. That's all I'm going to say on that note. So I'm like, okay, so here they go. So it first came around like in '93. I
Hmm.
also be wondering, and let me know if do you be wondering like how the stuff start? Like how do they like so how do something new?
That's a good
You
question.
see
I
what
know
I'm
what you mean.
saying?
Like.
Yeah. So like is it just somewhere out in the I don't know, somewhere dormant, and then all of a sudden
That's what I'm
it
saying.
just
I
come
don't know,
to a
man.
new
I really ain't. I'm not gonna lie, man. I ain't really studied like how viruses just are created. You know,
I be
like
wondering that stuff.
cause stuff just don't happen for no reason.
You know
So
what happened, yeah. So
I don't know, man. I feel like weird stuff be going on. Then bam, you got
I
this now.
don't
So
know.
I don't know.
Yeah, but you said it right.
Yeah.
It's like a family. So it'd be like families of viruses that I guess already be in existence. Then the one particular strain, I guess, of it that the mutated or something.
Right, right. Yeah.
Variants, like they were
Right, yeah,
saying
yeah.
with
Like with
like
the COVID, then they were saying
yeah.
how different. Remember they were kind of trying to go with that route with
Man,
it. You had different variants of it.
man, then they
So I'm like,
start then the names of the variants. Do you ever be looking at some of the way they be using name and stuff
mm-hmm.
with the Rona? Man, it was funny, man, because it's like first it was like A1 variant or something, and then I guess after a certain amount of time, people started getting less and less worried about it. They ain't care about it. Them boys
Right. So they
started a name. You know where I'm going. Them boys used
uh-huh.
to have a name that try to catch your eye, like
Right.
COVID variant DOA or something. Like, man, what? That wasn't the real one, but it was something like
Uh-huh.
what you laughing at, man?
That's
That's how they
funny.
used to do. Like they used to try to put. Man, I wish I could remember one, but they used to try to have them
Yeah, they
little
did.
names and try to catch your eye, boy.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I see you gotta try to keep up with the news, man. But I see how some people be like, man, I don't care, man. I don't even be watching the news.
Mm-hmm. I
Like,
don't really watch. Let me say this: I don't watch like the legacy media too much,
mm-hmm.
like the mainstream media, like the big media, like your CNN, your Foxes, MSNBCs.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't be watching them, like really, cause they all got their marching orders
Right.
for the most part. Like I try to. I ain't gonna lie, I really don't watch. Like you can ask your sister in law. Like I don't really be sitting there like if it's something major that just occurred, or something I might turn on one of the channels and be
Oh yeah,
looking.
yeah, for sure.
But
Yeah.
like on a couple
Like day to
2 or
day.
3 weeks
Yeah.
basis, something like I read articles from stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
don't even really be going to look at all them big boy media outlets
Right.
because I
Yeah.
ain't got time for that mess, man. Me personally.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, yeah, like they come up with these little names, the viruses be mutating, and we ain't, of course, you know, we ain't biologists or virologists. Any of called virologists or something. So we
Uh-huh.
ain't coming from that angle or what or nothing. We just be wondering like how that stuff's crazy how it be coming up like that. So this particular this particular one though, so in '93, it was like an outbreak in the Southwest.
Mm-hmm.
Southwest United States, and it was linked to deer mice, in which initial cases were mysterious, and it had high fatality rates.
Mm-hmm.
So it was called Hantavirus pulmonary syndrome (HPS), named after the outbreak. And so they said some of the symptoms was like a hemorrhage. Oh, how you pronounce that? You see it?
Man, I ain't gonna lie.
Hemorrhagic.
I don't know. Yeah.
Some kind of hemorrhage fever. Oh, I was thinking hemorrhoids, but it's not. A hemorrhage is like when you bleed, right? I don't know. We gonna move on. Like we ain't, you don't know nothing about this. Hemorrhage fever with renal syndrome, HFRS in
Sound bad,
Asia,
bro.
Europe. Yeah, that's kidneys. I do
Yeah.
know that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was doing damage or whatever. And so some of the other symptoms, I guess, like the symptoms of this modern little iteration of it is like fever, muscle aches, fatigue, like early on, and then you got cough, shortness of breath, fluid in your lungs, and kidney issues, like what we just mentioned earlier with the renal syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
And they say it has a high fatality rate if it's not treated early. So if they get them symptoms, you need to go get treated early so you can survive. So you know what my mind went back to? Like I like to compare. I'm like, okay, well in 2020 with the other little Rona, they was trying to scare people about the mortality rate or the fatality rate or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
With that
Yeah.
one, then as time went on, the years went on, like you started to see it wasn't like true. You could really see that early on with that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man, that one right there. That's one of the. That was one of the worst. I don't know how I'm gonna say it. Like what they did in 2020. By they, I mean the government. What they did in 2020 was like one that should be in the history books. I think like with the way that
Mm-hmm.
they did people, the way that they tried to demand people do certain things, and the lies and false information that they put out there on this. Like they was fudging the death numbers.
Right.
Like they
Yeah.
was fudging the unalive numbers. Like they was saying that people died because of COVID, but it was really people who was dying who already had pre-existing conditions
Mm-hmm.
who died with COVID.
Right.
You see the difference?
Yeah.
And they'll be listing cause of death as COVID
COVID.
instead of all them other things
And they was getting hospitals was getting more funding and stuff like that.
for that jab
But yeah.
to administer that jab, boy. Yeah, on the real. And I saw, to show you, I saw a video from back then too, where they were going door to door. That boy again, boy, that boy Fauci was going door to door with the mayor of DC, and they were trying to get people to get the jab.
Mm-hmm.
And one dude they pulled up on, but that boy wasn't trying to hear it. He was like, "Nah,
Mm-hmm.
man, y'all trying to do this. That little jab y'all made was like 9, 10 months in the making. Ain't nobody trying to put that in their body. Yada yada yada. Whoop de whoop de whoop, boy." And they were trying to get the man. They were trying to come and say, "Well, 600,000 of your fellow Americans have passed away from this. It's not like the common flu." They was running them lines. That man, like,
Mm-hmm.
look, like I said, I ain't taking it because X, Y, Z. And then I
Mm-hmm.
guess at the end they were tired. They were like, so you're not doing this, or you're not gonna do it. He said, nope. And what that boy went back in his house, and then they at the end of the little conversation, that boy Fauci got back at the car, but that boy was popping pills, boy. I guess he had a headache for talking to that man, boy. I don't know what kind of pill it was, but that boy opened up that little bottle, boy. That boy poured that thing in his hand. I don't know what it is, so I'm not alleging nothing. But that boy ran up on that man. That man was like, no. And hey, he pulled Fauci and,
That's a
and
good man
man
right there.
DC. Yeah, that
Yeah.
boy was a real one, boy. You gotta get that boy, a round of applause. So, like, I'm gonna just
Mm-hmm.
say, I don't know your name, sir, but I do know you live in Washington, DC. So if you some kind of way see this here, man, reach out to us, man. Hey, we salute you, boy. You stood your ground. You stand up guy, boy, to that stuff. And a lot of people didn't. They ain't do that, man. They got pressure. Like I know people
Right.
got pressure, and you know how
Mm-hmm.
they ran about them jobs, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, some of them jobs, boy, was like if you don't get it, you out of here. But they was trying to
Right.
mandate it. Like I know a dear brother to me personally, who's in the medical industry,
Right. Yeah, they had
And
most of them had it.
yeah, he was resisting it.
Mm-hmm.
And like he would used to tell me about it. We used to talk often. He used to tell me about the stuff they were
Mm-hmm.
trying to do, and he was trying to get, counsel and stuff, from church or whatever. And it was I don't remember the outcome of it, what happened, but he no longer lives here. He moved somewhere else. But I
Oh,
know
okay.
that was the case, boy. Like Jobs was trying to get on people's head about doing it and taking money out of people's paychecks who wouldn't, give they vaccination status, boy. I know
Mm-hmm.
jobs that give people surcharge who don't reveal their vaccination status, boy. Mm-hmm. Take money out of people's pocket to get that thing, boy. So that's what my mind went back to, like all that stuff that happened.
Mm-hmm.
With this little thing that they trying to make a thing. They trying to make it an issue. And my biggest thing about that, we're not gonna spend all this time talking about 2020, but my biggest thing, man, is how the government did it, and then they just moved on after all these lies revealed. They ain't
Mm-hmm.
said I'm sorry or nothing.
Right. Yeah.
We just keep on going. I'm sorry. Hey, we put out all this false information. We wasn't forthcoming. Please forgive us. We messed up. All this was coming out. Yada yada. They ain't do nothing, man. They
They
just
not.
move on to the next little lie.
Uh-huh.
That's how they do, boy. So this little thing here, so it been around since '93, as we said. Some little outbreak in the Southwest. Um, I don't know if it was around somewhere else before '93, but as far as '93 in the United States is when it was first seen, and it was linked to deer mice. Which I ain't never heard of deer mice. You?
Me either.
Yeah, I ain't never heard
Yeah.
of deer mice, man. So here we go with the little mice. What is the same thing that happened with COVID? I don't want to
Yeah,
keep
mice
talking
or
about
rats.
that.
I don't know.
What the
I
hell was
think so.
something
Yeah.
over there they was doing up in that lab in
No, 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 no,
Wuhan,
no.
boy?
Bats, bats, bats.
It
Wasn't it?
was rats in
I
Wuhan.
thought it was bats. Wasn't it
Oh
bats?
yeah, the bat. Yeah, that bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that bat, boy. They didn't leave them
Yeah.
animals alone, man. Why they be messing with that? Okay, so I do know they do. They do be doing tests on different things, like on animals, for animal tests, to see how. I think they just been doing that for forever though.
Yeah, stuff can leak that way too, man. And go
But
out
this was
in the
on
in the
purpose though.
environment,
Yeah.
and then men might go out there. I'm just thinking like back to your first question, like about how do they even originate?
Yeah, you're right. They probably did.
Man, humans just be messing with stuff, man. That's
That's
just
what I'm
how
trying
they
to tell you.
is, man.
Yeah.
It's whether the government do it or you live out there, some random dude mess with something on his own. That's how I don't know how to man. Look, what's how that? Nah, I ain't gonna say it. Never mind. Go ahead.
What you should what?
I'm just thinking about HIV and stuff like that. Like how that
Yeah.
came, like AIDS,
Oh
like how
shoot.
that came,
Oh,
like how
I
it
think
just
that was
came out of nowhere.
primates. I think they're messing with them primates on that.
Who?
I don't know, like who? Like you got
I'm
to
asking.
educate me on that.
No, I was just no. I'm really asking. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
I don't know, man. Then
because people got different things about that
messing with them
opinions.
primates. Yeah,
Yeah,
one in Africa or something like that too. I think I do
yeah,
know
I think
that
so.
much.
Yeah,
And then that junk spread. Then now you know how it spread these days. But we ain't go. Just look it up. I'm gonna just say this here on that part. Then we move. You should have said nothing about it. I'm gonna just say this here.
mm-hmm.
It's a reason why these commercials that give you these commercials for prep medicine. Like it's the reason why they in the commercials that they have people who are homosexual in it, showing them dating and stuff. It's the reason why they what's the word when they try to what's the word it's called when like you trying to cater to your specific group target or whatever. We'll just say it's the reason why they in those
Yeah.
commercials they use
I
those
don't know.
people for those particular
Pander,
drugs.
Target. I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah, we go. Yeah, people. Yeah, I'm just trying to break it down as much as I can. But it's the reason why they use those people in those videos for that particular drug because that's what comes with that lifestyle. All
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Just look that up if you think I'm lying. All them kind of Plan B drugs and I think I got a name on one in my head, but I think shoot, it might be something
You talking
other
about
kind of
drug?
yeah
Oh,
that they had the things for, and they'll tell you like in when they read when the music playing in the commercial, and the person
it always
reading what
be
it's for.
jolly music. Like,
Yeah, jolly. You know what? That's a good point though. Like it'd be jolly music, but they were sitting there reading. These drugs are intended for da 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 da. Da. Please use safe measures when you're engaging. Da 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 da. Da. You know what I'm saying? You just got to think about who
side
they
effects
planning
could
it to.
be yada yada
Death and
yada.
all that, and the music still be jolly, boy. Man, that's a whole nother topic right there, though. Honestly. So anyway, so now we done went for bats in 2020 and out of these rats, man. So now I started to think. So 93 it was first shown, or we first saw it in the United States, and then now we in 2026. I'm like, well, dog, how did this just pop up like this? And so then it was like, I said, okay, I need to see who the patient zero person is or whatever. So apparently, in this new resurgence, it was traced to a passenger who had recently returned from a hiking trip in the
Mm-hmm.
Southwest and boarded a cruise ship. So that's like what I'm saying. Like it look like every time these little things pop up, somebody always start jumping on ships and planes and stuff. Like, man, what no like okay, you might not have no symptoms, like, man, but how is it all they always be going like they're a traveler person? You see what I'm
They
saying?
send them off.
Yeah, like hey boy, you might be on to something. Like how they always just be happen to be a traveler somewhere. Like this person first came into contact and he got on the ship. Or he was going on a world trip. Like, man, well, you right, you just going around spreading stuff around, huh, there, boy. And so they say he was boarded a cruise ship. And so while he was on the ship, the symptoms started appearing while he was at sea and he was confirmed positive for it. So I guess when they test you for certain things, they have like this repository of all kind of different viruses and things from the beginning of time.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
his came back up on that Hantavirus. They're like, oh dog, this again.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, well, dog, man, what this man did. So I think I found out he was at he was somewhere out of town. That boy was around there playing with them rats, boy. That boy was playing with them rats out there, man. And so like they say this contracted through like playing with them rats, or you come into contact with urine or feces or rats. Then I'm trying to figure out like, man, why you so you decide to travel to go start playing with rats? Like what you doing, man? Like I don't know what happened to that boy, man. He ain't make no good decisions, but that's all I know. And so he was on a cruise ship, and then he walk around and contaminated like a mug, boy. And he started spreading it around the passengers and the crew because due to contaminated surfaces or whatever. So he around there contaminated, touching everything all in there in them close
Mm-hmm.
quarters in the cruise ship because they say them cruise ships are already like petri dishes anyway. Because
Mm-hmm.
everybody in the close quarters, everybody touching the same thing, like thousands of people touching the same thing multiple times a day.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't go nowhere. You on the ship floating. And so that boy around there contaminating all the surfaces, the close quarters, and there was a big old outbreak. And then it say health officials believe that the rodents may have gotten aboard at a port stop or the virus was bought on clothing or gear from that dude.
Right.
So, man, I don't know what kind of ports they stopping at if that was the case, but the man probably bought some kind of urine, like something happened to him and the urine got on the outfits that he had on or whatever,
Right.
and he carried on that. That boy had that Hantavirus, boy, that Hannah, boy. And started spreading around to everybody. So, and this is another thing I thought of. Like, one thing I didn't know is that, okay, so now you got all these people infected with this hantavirus on the cruise ships, right? So
Mm-hmm.
they took them to like some quarantine facilities.
Right. Yeah, that sound like they're gonna put them in a little place somewhere, hold them for a little bit.
Yeah, that's crazy. I
So
started thinking about
I'd
that
be
movie.
mad, boy. I'd be like,
Yeah.
man, I'd be a little upset.
I started thinking about that movie. I'm like, why you bring the man, leave them people out there on that water and just let the dump run his course with them? Or you
Mm-hmm.
go see some medical boats out there. Them people stay out there on that water. Get, send the
Mm-hmm.
doctors out there and let them stay out there on that water, boy. They brought them right to the States, boy. It's a bunch of different like little quarantine places too. I ain't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think one of them in Atlanta, one of them in Atlanta,
Yeah,
Omaha, San
I heard they
Antonio.
all on the ground too.
For real,
I'm just
like you
playing.
for real? Oh man, they look, cause I be believing that jump, boy. Like, because I be thinking, man, look, I already be thinking stuff like that. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, so they bought them and they quarantined. I think they also spraying with some kind of stuff too, man, to try to
Mhm.
make sure they don't spread. It's like CDC designated centers in Atlanta, Omaha, and San Antonio. So
Mm.
that's CDC. That's the government Center
Right.
for Disease Control. So it's like strict isolation, negative pressure rooms, full PPE are being used to prevent further spread. Like I don't know what's negative pressure room. Do you know what
Yeah,
that
I was
is?
gonna ask you. I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Negative pressure. That
And then
sounds
so
like
they
some mental health stuff or
yeah, that just sound
something.
like you and that sounds like one of them psych wars or
Yeah.
something stuff ain't they be doing, man. And so they did the contact tracing and the testing for all the people on the cruise ships and the passengers
Hmm.
and the crew. Because a lot of time them symptoms they don't come up to like a week or two later,
Yeah.
and by then you done got off and done went about your life,
Right now you
man.
spreading that thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's always for some kind of way. It's always people abroad, boy. And then, you get it. It makes sense though because like if you're on a cruise, you might be with people from different countries or something,
Mm-hmm.
and they going like to their country of origin. Like people just it's like people going to all different corners of the world with it,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how stuff get to going, man. And so they take these people to these places now. So the media, so it's like they keep talking about, it, they keep trying to, I think, make it a thing.
Mm-hmm.
They keep trying to make it a thing. Now it's been like maybe like 3 weeks or something, like 2 maybe 3 weeks since we first started hearing about it. Like, and I'm always hearing about it now. When I read certain things, I look at certain things. And now, to their credit, now some of the media places are trying to say, look, this is not as contagious as COVID was,
Mm-hmm.
even though it might have a higher fatality rate. It's not as contagious as COVID was. It had to be like prolonged exposure to it.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's not like with COVID where you could just cough or something. The
Mm-hmm.
particles, yeah, the 6 feet. What did you just say? 6 feet
6 feet.
for
Keep your distance. 6 feet.
yeah, social
Yeah.
distancing. Yeah, that's the first
Right.
time I ever heard of that phrase. That was the first time I ever heard it was social distancing. That was the first time I heard of that in 2020. It was another one that they were saying the first time I heard of it. Or the first time I ever heard them.
Mm-hmm.
That's really like like I saw people fist bumping before then. Of course, like fist bumping always been a thing, but that's like really when people started doing it. And then
Mm-hmm.
people started doing elbow. You saw that too. People started doing like the
Mm-hmm.
little
Yeah.
elbow thing and stuff, man. And man, yeah, that jump right there gave me war scars, boy. Cause I'm like, man, y'all
Mm-hmm.
did too much. Then they were trying to tell people not to go visit their grandparents in the nursing
Mm-hmm.
homes and don't meet with your family for the
Right.
holidays
If you
and
don't get it, you might pass it to them.
yeah, all that kind of stuff, man. And like you
Yeah.
don't want to be responsible for something happening to you. Running them kind of lines. And they were, hey, I remember one time they said, hey, this no lie, like this facts I
Mm-hmm.
saw, boys. Y'all tell me if y'all remember this too in the comments. It was like, hey, Krispy Kreme said they'll give you a free donut if you show your Vax card or
Man,
something
when they
like that.
start offering free stuff, that's how you know something
It's
wrong.
like that's what that man said on that video I
Yeah.
talked about earlier. That boy was like, man, y'all trying to give out free stuff for people to do stuff. They was trying to give out gift cards. Like they had the little thing, like people was proudly showing their
Mm-hmm.
little vax thing. Like I'm proudly vaxxed. Then they started talking about boosters. Then the booster. Oh, what booster they on now? I don't
They
know,
ain't
boy.
probably because they got enough sense now. We don't need them no more.
Boy, hey, people boosted up, boy. Like man, there's some people like man, them boys faithfully go get a booster. Then it's like if you get vaccinated, you protect yourself and others. Then it moves to well, both people got to be vaccinated. Then no, first initially they were saying if you get it, you ain't. If you get the vax, you ain't gonna get it. That's what it was first.
Right.
Then they
Yeah.
moved it to you'll get it or you can potentially get it, but the symptoms won't be nowhere near as
Right.
it would if you didn't have the vax. Then it went to you can still get it, you know,
And spread it.
or somebody else just got to not have it, you know. Man, that's deep. That what they did in 2020 was crazy, boy. And they don't want to talk about the fakes of it on people these days. It's a lot of reports, like studies that's gone out and talked about how the myocarditis thing,
Oh yeah, yeah.
a little heart
Mm-hmm.
issue being seen in kids and stuff who don't had it,
Right.
as opposed to the kids who don't have it. It's not in them. Whole lot of little things on that, boy.
Mm-hmm.
So if you did choose to get it out, I pray all is well with you. Moving forward or whatever. Because what they did a real number, man. So, like, what do you think? And we kind of like we always like to bring this up too. So I guess I'm just saying, like, anytime they try to make, I watch and see how the media plays it. Like, if they try to start making something a big deal, I automatically don't believe it. Like, off top, my posture is, I don't believe you. Let me see how this thing play out, like I did in 2020. They were trying to make this thing a thing. I just live life as normal.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
that's what we did. Like I don't remember, like, the people I'm around, and like I don't remember anything too much being different
Right. Me too.
for the most part. Now we in a different state, in Florida. Like we shoot, well, we just be. It's like we our own country, but we just
Right.
be
Florida,
doing whatever,
cool,
man.
man.
Yeah, like most people
Yeah.
that I was around, like you saw masks and stuff, but it wasn't. Shoot, people were pretty much doing the same thing, man. Like going to places and now I do remember some like the big boy businesses and things trying, limiting things.
Yeah.
But shoot, more often than not, man, people for the most part, just kind of just doing their thing as normal. So, like, what you think? Do you think it's like, because we like to do this too, thing about this. Do you think it's like a generational response, or how the generations are different with the response to things like this, like hantavirus thing, COVID? Like, do you think like the older generations see it differently from the younger generations, and vice versa? Like, have you noticed it or not,
Uh,
or just
I
anything that
think.
have to do with something like that?
I think. I mean, I think it's natural to be like this, though. I think the older generation, when they see stuff on the news, they tend to be, I guess, a little more apprehensive, I guess, or scared. Uh, when you young, man, younger folk, man, I guess with the, you think you invincible when you're young too, so it might be a little bit of that in there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Probably not so much of a big deal like it is compared to older folks. So that's what I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
And me personally, I really ain't been paying attention to the Hantavirus. Virus. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really. I don't really care about it.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I don't. Yeah, it really not a thing to me either.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can understand like an older generation when they see
Yeah.
stuff like that, kind of being like, oh,
Right.
because
Yeah.
the older you get, your immune system gets weaker and
Right.
weaker,
Yeah.
and if you get something, like shoot,
It'd
well,
be hard to fight that thing.
that might
Yeah.
be all she wrote for you. So I can kind of understand
Yeah.
that aspect of it. Yeah, and I think you're right too when you talk about how the younger you get, it may be a little bit more, which is natural. I think. Shoot, I got a lot of years left. Like if I get something, I just get in and be back in a week or two, and
Right. Yeah.
I'm back kind of thing. So I think that's a lot of it too. But I also think too, like with some of the younger generation, may be like they automatically, like some might have that thought, but some might be a little bit less trusting of what they see from media and government too.
Oh
We
yeah,
talked
for
about
sure.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about this a little
Yeah.
bit too with the last thing we talked about. Like, so they
Uh,
automatically skeptical. Like, I don't know about that. I don't believe you. Like, they'll have to kind of like see it,
right. Yeah.
or just look at it long term to kind of see how they handle it, form their opinion of it slowly versus taking it in immediately when they see it
Mm-hmm.
from the media. Like, oh yeah, I'm just going to take what they say.
Right.
Like they kind of just play it a little bit more slow.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Older folks gonna say, listen to the experts.
Yeah. Oh, follow the
Yeah.
science. Wasn't that one of the things they
Oh
were saying?
yeah.
Like
Oh yeah.
follow
They
the
love saying
science.
that.
And yeah, that's one thing they say. Like when you express like an opinion on it,
Mm-hmm.
are you a doctor or something? Like, are you in
Right.
that field? Like they kind of do things like that. So I can't have an opinion or a thought on it. Like unless I'm in the field. So boy, that's go. Just think about that statement though. Like if you can't, like nobody can say anything hard at you,
Right.
because I mean it's way less doctors in the country than it's not doctors. So it's like, shoot, man, you giving them like, well, they got a strong hand if you can't say nothing when they come down with something. So I don't know. But yeah, that's the that's the new thing, man. It's like I don't know what is going to be the outcome of it or whatever, but because this and the UFO files we mentioned earlier dropped at the same time. I remember like it was kind of
Mm-hmm.
coming around at the same time, and I was interested to see which one of them got more continued coverage or whatever I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like when the government dropped those UFO files or whatever, like it was up and it just that jump just went down real quick. Like people really like I don't think these days too many people worried about stuff like that when they just trying to make it. That's just me
Yeah, for
personally.
sure,
Like,
man. They don't care about that stuff, man. They worry about what they finna eat,
yeah.
man.
It's like
Right.
you gotta know your audience. That's what people say. Know your audience. Like, I don't know one person who was really worried about no UFO files. I don't care. I guess my thought is, shoot, boy, if them boys are, if they, I don't believe none of that stuff. But my thought is this: like, if they is, and they just disintegrate the whole earth, I ain't gonna know about it. I'm gonna be gone. If they get me, they get me. Shoot. So like, wow, I don't care. I
Right,
just keep on
exactly.
going. Yeah. Like,
Mm-hmm.
how is this going to help me day to day?
Right.
Knowing if they had a new name for it. It wasn't UFO, it was something. It was a new acronym. I'm like, boy, it
Oh.
is. I'm like, man, it technically
UIO, unidentified,
it
unidentifiable.
was something. It was something else. It wasn't I don't even think it was a U something. It
Oh,
was
okay.
different letters, man. Yeah, and they were
Mm-hmm.
trying to make that thing a thing, boy. They was like, yeah, here you go. This is what everybody been waiting on. I don't know. You gotta know your audience here. When these people looking at these prices of things, they nobody really worry about none of that stuff. Not at least in my orbit, in my world. I don't know. Nobody care nothing about that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, like I was saying, so that just dropped off the map quick. When this one right here, like it's kind of I think it's kind of staying around a little bit because of what happened in 2020 now. Maybe what
Yeah,
if COVID didn't happen or COVID wasn't a
they
thing,
won't
then
be as
maybe
concerned. Yeah, I don't think so either.
people would be kind of looking at it, kind of just checking it out or whatever. But now one thing I will say, one of the I think I might have mentioned this, but some of the media outlets are saying, hey, it's not as quickly caught as COVID. So, this is not gonna be that.
Mm-hmm.
But I have heard some throw around that pandemic word again, like they did with 2020. So I don't know. Might be something just to keep a little eye on, moving forward just to see. I don't know. But all I'm gonna say is this here, like I'm gonna just continue to live like I've been living until I need to adjust something.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
And then that's what I do with that. Because guess what? After the Hantavirus thing, it's gonna be something else. I think I
Mm-hmm.
read something like something. It's always something every 6 years. Like in
Yeah.
2008,
Yep.
it was the bird flu. I think it was. Was it the bird flu in 2008?
Yeah, something like that.
And then 2048 it was Zika
I
virus
remember.
or something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
remember Ebola, Zika. I
Hmm.
remember Zika.
Let me see. It was like something every 6 years. What that thing called? Zika virus. Oh, that was like 2015, 2016. So not really like quite every 6 year, but it's like 5 to 6 years, something always coming. So you get that bird flu,
Yeah,
Zika
that
virus,
line up with
COVID.
election years.
Yeah. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Wow. That's interesting. I wonder why. I don't know. But you got any more you got any more like little thoughts, any more additional thoughts, any final statements on it?
Nah, man, I ain't really worried about it. Just like you said, you put it good. Continue doing what I was doing. If it's something different that I need to see, I need to be doing, then I'll do it. I'll change.
Yeah, that's how we
So
playing it. Yeah. Ain't nobody really got you, but we just trying to make sure we do what we can for our people while we here. So anyway, we thank y'all for joining us on this episode today. I don't know what it's gonna be next time. Hey, who knows? Maybe something pop off
right,
in that
something
Middle
crazy
East,
happened.
boy. Yeah, something
But
might pop
not,
off in that Middle East again, boy.
yeah.
Cause it's kind of they got it. Oh, we forgot to mention. Hey, Trump with the China. You saw that?
Yeah, the thing I seen, I think it was some good talks or whatever, but I ain't really get a chance to look
Yeah, that boy went to
and see.
China. Over there hanging with
Yeah,
that boy, G. How you
yeah, they
pronounce it?
agreed. They
G.
agreed to something. I gotta see what it was. I saw that
I
earlier.
think he said
Yeah.
G said that the war cannot continue in Iran, and he offered his assistance to make it stop or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and he said
Oh,
I
the
think he
market's gonna
bought
love
two
that.
hundred. I think he said he bought 200 airplanes from the United States or something like that.
Okay.
200. I don't know if it was like airplanes or jets. It was something like that. 200 of them or something. Might have been about 200. I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, boy, that boy do look. Hey, they said that Chinese president look like Winnie the Pooh, boy. He kind of do look like you ever
Mm-hmm.
seen it. Like that boy
Yeah,
look like it.
he
That
do.
boy
Yeah, a
always got
little
that
bit.
same little look, boy. You can't read
He
his
like,
hand, no, yeah. But that's one thing about it, you can't gauge what he thinking because he always look the same.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I
Right.
don't know, but that was that was interesting to see. He's supposed to be coming back to the United States in September.
All right.
He
Okay.
coming because he came over here when Obama was here
Uh-huh.
for in office to do I forgot what it was, some kind of ceremony or something over here.
Okay.
I think it was 2015 when he came,
Mm-hmm.
and so that'd be the first time he been here since then. So that's September. So yeah, that'd be interesting to see. It's always interesting to see the body language, how they reacting to each other.
Right.
What's going on around them. So that's gonna be interesting. But anyway, remember like and subscribe to the podcast. Let us know your thoughts in the comment on the episode. Send us an email if you want to send us an email for suggestions. If you want to tell us, hey, well, I ain't like this what you said or whatever, let us know. We respond to that. We don't care what you say, good or bad. We just appreciate you tuning in. So make sure you share it around once again. Like, pass it around. Let everybody know you got Shunny and Stu talking about what it is they talk about, man. So until next time, we will see y'all on a podcast. We thank y'all for rocking with us today. And as always, we love you. Thank you. We appreciate you so much.
Peace.